The NASCAR Cup Series Championship race officially concluded from Phoenix Raceway, and Joey Logano has won the race and won his third NASCAR Cup Series Championship. What's going on, guys? It's Daniel, and welcome back to our video. I just got done watching NASCAR Cup Series race in Phoenix Raceway for the championship race. We have quite a bit to talk about from this race. Let's go and talk about it. I'm not going to beat around the bush. Let's first talk about the guy who won the race, Joey Logano. I got to say, the ending battle between Logano and Ryan Blaney was really, really good. It was very smart, really, really clean. You had Ryan Blaney, who was really trying to charge down Joey Logano to pick up the win and the victory, but the dirty air really came into play, and Ryan Blaney could not get by Joey Logano, and Logano did have a good car. There's no denying that, but Logano held off a hard-charging Ryan Blaney, and he won the championship. Look, I think there's going to be a lot of people that are very frustrated tonight, including myself. Joey Logano, I want to say this here. Logano did what he had to do to win the championship, but he won 4 races this year. Joey Logano statistically, though, and this is just facts, had 4 wins this year, which is second most of anybody, right? He had 7 top 5s, 13 top 10s, and had a 17th place average finish. 15th in the regular season standings. Here's how he got his wins in 2024. His first win came in Nashville. Was running 15th. Denny Hamlin, Chastain, and Larson were ahead of him. And Denny Hamlin or Chastain were going to win. His teammate Austin Cindric spins out. They go to 5 overtimes, and that leads to Joey Logano winning the championship. Not winning the world, winning the race. Then his second win came basically at Atlanta. Leads 9 laps of that event, and basically wins it on a super speedway race. Then he gets eliminated in the round of 12, right? Originally. Was not going to make it to the round of 8. Was eliminated. Alex Bowman gets a disqualification and ends up missing the next round, and Joey Logano makes it. Then Joey Logano, who's running 10th or 11th, has fuel mileage, get him to victory lane, which is at the time was the most legitimate win. Now, was this his most legitimate win of the season? Absolutely. He had one of the best cars in the field. There's no denying that. But NASCAR promotes this system. You had guys like Kyle Larson and Chase Elliott and Christopher Bell, who were statistically better than Joey Logano. And his 3 competitors, Ryan Blaney, William Byron, and Tyler Reddick, were all statistically better than Joey Logano. And Joey Logano wins the championship in one of the worst statistical seasons we have seen from a driver. It's not really impressive, honestly. It just shows the flaws of this system. And I've had problems with this system for a very, very long time. And it's disappointing to see that some of the best drivers don't get a chance to win the championship, but you've got a guy who ran not good all year, ran mid-pack all season long for the most part, but literally had a few good races all year and somehow wins the championship. You can talk about 2018 and 2022, but in 2018, Logano was one of the best drivers all year. He was the best of the rest of the field. 2022 had a solid year, won a couple races. So it's not like Logano's a bad driver or nothing. I just don't think Logano was fully deserving of this championship. And that's the problem I have with this system. The fact that a guy that's 17th in the 17th average finish and was 15th in the standings, and behind guys like Bubba Wallace, Ross Chastain, and Chris Buescher, who missed the playoffs, by the way, who should have been an over Joey Logano, the fact they didn't make it, but Logano wins the title, shows how bad this system is. It's just a shame to see what this NASCAR has come to at points. I love this sport, but I really do not like this system. Really frustrating ending, but congratulations, I guess, to Joey Logano on winning the championship, because we got to crown a champion this way. So let's go through the rest of the results and go through the rest. So, Joey Logano wins the race in the championship. Ryan Blaney finished second. Ryan Blaney, I think, was the best of the championship 4 cars. And it looked like he was going to be able to hold off Joey Logano. That caution coming out for Zane Smith with 60 laps to go in the race cost him a shot at the championship because he got trapped behind a bunch of cars, got trapped on the restart. He finished second. I know he's disappointed not go back-to-back. I picked him coming into it to win the title. I thought he had the best car for sure, outside of Christopher Bell. Nothing he could do at the end. Just missed it out by 300 of a second. Just really disappointing for Blaney, who probably should have won the title. He finished second. William Byron finished third. They gambled and they lost. They played a really good strategy call. It looked like they were probably going to finish 3rd or 4th. They were the 3rd best of the championship contenders. Byron had really good pace and speed tonight, but unfortunately for William Byron, just didn't have the car to get up there, but still a really good night for William Byron in 3rd. Talk about some of the non-guys. Kyle Larson finished 4th. Larson had a really good car today. They played some strategy, led a ton of laps. Probably should have been competing for a championship at this point, but oh well, it is what it is. Larson had a really strong night. Just go from the championship next to Larson. He does get another top 5. A really solid ending for Kyle Larson. Chris Bell finished 5th. probably should have also been competing for a championship this year. Bell had the fastest car in this race, but the calls and the strategy kind of cost him a shot at the end. He was going to run away with this thing pretty much. He had the fastest car most of the day. He finished 5th, a really good day for Christopher Bell. Dominant car for sure, not enough to get it done. Tyler Reddick finished his 6th. Reddick just never had the pace and speed. They tried to get up there. They made some really gutsy calls on some of the restarts to get up there. He finished 6th, so disappointing night for Reddick to finish in the top 10 despite not having the car to get it done. Bubba Wallace finished 7th. Solid night for Bubba Wallace, I gotta say. Had a really solid car tonight, ran top 10. They started back around 30th. That car had top 10 speed, a really good end of the year for Bubba. Had 14 or 15 top 10s. A really strong year for Bubba. He finished in 7th, a good day for Bubba Wallace. Chase Elliott finished 8th. Really strong early, but let's get to the pace car incident, because coming to the restart at the start of stage number 2, the pace car literally made a mistake coming to pit road. It hit the sand barrels. Chase Elliott got some damage on the front of the car. I think it got affected. One of the weirdest things I probably have ever seen. Chase's car never was the same after that, but you got to look at the speed that this 9 team has been showing. I look for Chase to be a championship contender in 2025. Chris Buescher finishes 9th. Solid night for Buescher. Had really good speed today. A really good run for Buescher to get a top 10. Daniel Suarez finishes in 10th. Solid night for him. Ran up in top 10, top 15 most of the day. A good run for him. Denny Hamlin finished 11th. Last time we'll see FedEx on that car as they're leaving the organization. Noah Gragson 12th. Austin Cindric 13th. Decent nights for those guys. Alex Bowman 14th. Brad Keselowski finishes in 15th. Harrison Burton finished 16th. Mark Truex Jr. in his final full-time Cup start finished 17th. Just never had the pace and speed. Got trapped back farther in the field. Just made mistakes on pit road. He does come home with a top 20 in his final start. It's good to see him at least show some speed early in the event. Carson Osbar finishes in the top 20, 18th. He will win the Rookie of the Year for the Cup Series this year, so solid day for him. Ross Chastain finished 19th. Todd Gillen finished in 20th. Kyle Busch finished 21st. He had good speed early but fell back. Eric Jones finished 22nd. Dale Hemrick finished 23rd. Josh Berry in Stewart-Haas Racing's final starting Cup finished 24th. Derek Cross finished 25th. Jimmy Johnson finished 26th. Hey, Jimmy finished the race only 2 laps down. Solid night for Jimmy for his standards. Austin Dillon finished 27th. Justin Haley finished 28th. Chase Briscoe finished 29th. John Hunter Nemechek finished 30th. Michael McDowell finished 31st. Corey LaJoie finished 32nd. Ricky Stenhouse Jr. finished 33rd. Kaz Grala finished 34th. J.J. Yeley finished 35th. Chad Fincham finished 36th. Ryan Preece finished 37th. Jeb Byrne finished 38th. And finishing 39th was Zane Smith, who crashed out with around 60 laps to go, bringing out the last yellow. And Ty Gibbs finished last in 40th after having a terrible crash at the start of the race, hitting the outside wall. So let's talk about the overall race as a whole, and I'll give you my score and thoughts on today's race. The first half of this race, I'm going to be real, was really, really boring. Sure, he had some good moments for sure, battles up front, but it was kind of boring for the first 2 stages of the event. I think the end of the race was actually really exciting, I gotta say. Had a really, really good battle between Blaney and Logano. You had Blaney running down Joey Logano and making it for a very intriguing finish. So that's going to help the score a little bit. So instead of giving this race probably like a 5 out of 10, I'm probably going to up the score to about a 6.5 out of 10. I'm really hoping in the future Phoenix no longer hosts a championship because the racing today was just not that good in my opinion. It did help that the finish was solid, but I don't think the racing was good. I'll give the championship congratulations there, but I'll give the race a 6.5 out of 10 for tonight's event. Again, Joey Logano won the championship with one of the worst statistical seasons. I guess don't hate the player, hate the game at this point, because Logano basically exposed the system again, having a 17th place average finish. Just a really frustrating ending to the night. Logano is your champion. Kind of frustrating. So that is going to be it for the short NASCAR Cup Series Championship review from Phoenix. I want to thank you guys for watching. Please subscribe to the channel, notifications on, so if I win a video, it does go live on my channel. Follow me on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram, and support me on Patreon as well. Let's go below that and comment your thoughts below on today's episode. What are your thoughts about the championship review? Let me know it in the comments below. Tomorrow on the channel, we're going to have multiple NASCAR news videos dropping as we've got a lot of news to catch up on over the course of the last couple days. We'll talk about people like Haley Dean Carlers, Kurt Busch, Shane Van Gisbergen too this week, and we've got a lot of great content dropping this week for you guys that I cannot wait for you guys to check out. So anyways, like I said, I want to thank you guys for watching tonight's episode, and I'll see you guys next time for more great, awesome NASCAR content and other motorsports content on the channel like this. Take care, everybody.